All right. Um, Hello everyone. This is for the YouTube channel and the debate one. Um, I am currently in Osaka Expo, and I immediately, in my mind, had this to reflect on. You always want to keep your mechanisms as approximate as possible to the way that you've explained your problem. Because if you think about it, the way you explain a problem, it shouldn't always just be through, general characterizations. Like, I think, let's do the forcibly integrate public housing debate. Um, different racial groups in public housing. If that were the usual debate, it's a very classic one. There are many variations of integration and, the explanation on, like, how people develop biased stereotypes against one another. You can't just start the argument by just saying, like, here are many reasons as to why people are discriminatory, and that there is discrimination in the world, and this is why there's inequality, and this is why it's bad. You give all those reasons, you can explain that, you could highlight that, you could describe it, but those things are not necessarily contested, right? I mean, people could contest it, but it's not really, like, productive for the debate, right? Because you're debating about whether the integration is going to be better or not, it's going to improve it or not. Because, of course, there are some things that may not change, some things that you would change. And so you want to isolate the part that you are most likely to, you know, say that is resolved by forcibly integrating them into the same housing. So I'll give one mechanism that helps resolve that, right? You could go into the debate and say, here are the reasons as to why living separately, living in different communities or in our own respective ethnic enclaves, creates political polarization. And then you're gonna explain that, oh, when you don't interact with other people on a day-to-day basis, and when you speak about other communities on a day-to-day basis based on, your family sentiments or on your own stereotypes that you inculcated at home, then it is easier for you to internalize that as the truth, because there is no one, or no experience, rather, no lived experience that could contest that. And that is why public housing, living in a neighborhood with them, being able to see them on a day-to-day basis, see what job they work or where they come from, what they do, or even interact with them on, even the most mundane day-to-day ways, like, in front of the garden, in community activities, to the extent that it might be possible. All of that contributes to reducing these subconscious biases significantly. And so that is why living in an ethnic enclave or living separately directly creates that problem. And why forcibly integrating them, even if it, to an extent, would not be desirable, because it might be against their consent or whatever, because they might have those biases against each other, some inflamement, you would say that this one mechanism definitely works. It's closer than not. And I'm quite happy about that. It's a great way to start. A great way to start and think about arguments. So what's the point? The point is that the way you explain a problem should also create opportunities for you to, sharpen your mechanisms. That's a really, really great insight that I hope people could take away as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a great day, and gonna keep on walking around here and think of other ideas, but otherwise it should be good. See you.